You never know what you have until it's too late. That's exactly how I feel about old YSL. We didn't realize we were living through one of the most legendary and entertaining eras in rap until it was over. Today I want to go back through that era and showcase how truly special it was.
Hey, make sure you hit that sub button.
Spider, 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 please miss these writers. Spider! Man, old YSL, man. Might get a little emotional in this video. It is a sensitive topic, but like, dude, man, this was a time to be alive, you know. And I saw this like fact. It said the music that you grow up on in like your developmental years, that will always be like the music that holds near and dear to your heart. That could be part of the reason why I cherish this era so much. But yeah, bro, this YSL roster, it featured a ton of people. Hydora, Dolly White, Lil Duke, Yak Gotti, Young KO, YTV Trench, a ton of people. But the main people I will be highlighting in today's video are Lil Keed, Gunna, and Young Thug. Those three worthy headliners for one of my favorite eras of music, so they will be getting all the shine in today's video. Gunna and Keed to me represented two halves of Thug, one being the older side and the other being the newer side. I would say Keed represented the older side, that older sounded Thug. Keed was known for his eccentric and unpredictable and wild flows and vocals, and the same could be said for the older sounded Thug. Whereas Gunna had the more commercial, more mainstream sound, and he had the more mellowed vocals, and it made sense why him and Thug were such a great duo, especially when Thug was trying to make that mainstream push, and then also Gunna could goddamn just kill a hook like no other. Now we gotta take it back to 2018, because this is when the era really started kicking off, and this was a great year for Gunna. He was hooping his ass off. He had Drip Season 3 and Drip Harder drop in the same year. And now look, Drip Season 3, bro, that's gotta be top 5 Gunna. I mean, look at these songs, bro. Oh, okay, King Kong, Spending Addiction. I could be a regular pedestrian. Woo! To the top 5. I'm doing like hot. Come on, Toast Up, Money on, bro. That's a great album. And then he followed it up with Drip Harder. Not super duper crazy, but it was definitely needed. Cause you gotta think, bro. Baby and Gunna coming up at the same time. Baby already done did his thing, Gunna doing his thing, and they already got some songs together, and then they come together and give it a collab tape. Like, bro, that shit was so lit. I know that shit was crazy for Atlanta. Two young niggas from Atlanta coming up, building, becoming stars, and then they give us you a collab tape. Crazy as hell. Definitely much needed in the moment. Then also, you do got some hits on that project as well. Then also this year, we got Slime Language. Now, I'd be lying to you if I said I thought this was a super crazy project. I think it's solid, but I will say that nigga Thug was hooping. Bro, Thug has, it's not talked about enough what Thug was doing on Slime Language 1. He had some crazy projects. 2018 Thug, he might have to get his own video, because that era of Thug was nasty. But dude, Audemars, oh yeah, Tsunami, Gang Cloud, STS, like, dude, those are special performances. There might be some others I'm forgetting, but Thug was hooping. Then also on this project, you got she not gonna get it. She not gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And dude, Baby was also one of my favorite rappers at this time. So to hear all these three guys on another track again, when we just got okay earlier this year, I was ecstatic about that. And then for the last entry of 2018, we got Keed, Talk to Him, the first one, obviously Lil Keed. Again, I don't think this is super crazy, but this is a good project. My two favorite songs, two all-time great Keed songs from this project for me are Nameless and All By My Lonely. I love those songs. Also, definitely with Lil Durk is really nice as well. But yeah, good start to Keed's career. Now, 2019, that is a crazy year for YSL. And I would say that's their best year as a label, like projects wise, because the shit that Keed, Gunna, and Thug dropped that year, bonkers. Everyone had takeover that year because each of them dropped some of their best projects, right? Dripper Down 2, Gunna. Dripper Down 2, Gunna, hooping his ass off, and I feel like this is when him and Weezy, they really started picking up that. Now, I'm not saying picking up that chemistry, but this is when the duo started becoming like real deal scary. We got Three-Headed Snake on here. I Know My Purpose, European Call, Chemical. We got Baby Birkin on here. All-time great Gunna. I don't know why. Good as hell. Who you fooling? When I first heard that beat, my nigga, I damn near started levitating, bro. That shit is a work of art. Then next up, we got Long Live Mexico by Lil Keed, bro. This is Lil Keed's best project. And this is when I knew how special Lil Keed could be. I would argue that Lil Keed probably has a better, like Long Live Mexico is there's a good chance it's a better album, depending on who your favorite rapper is or artist, better than your favorite rapper. There's a good ass chance, bro, because that project is an insane body of work. He peaked on this album, an insanely high peak in my opinion. One of my favorite albums ever, bro. Truly special. $1 Million Mansion. That shit is damn near a passing of the torch. Thug like, bro, you got next, nigga. It's your world. We just living in it. That's what $1 Million Mansion was. Anybody but Gunna and Lil Duke. Gunna, I think that's Gunna's best feature to this day. The way he came in, bro, that's peak Gunna flow. Lil Duke did his thing too. What else we got? Ride the Wave, OMG. Oh my goodness. Ride With You. Ride With You is one of the best love songs ever. I'ma stand on that. I'ma sing that to my girl. Man, I can ride with you. We do the impossible. Can you get your money? Let me ride it. Get your money. And let me. I'ma sing that to my shawty one day. And I'ma start crying because I'm low key gone, bro. That shit not right, bro. That shit not cool at all, bro. And to close out 2019, when you thought it couldn't get better for YSL, it somehow did. They was transcending the game this year. Cause Thug, the top slime boss, the slime master, the snake master, he came out and gave you so much fun. He gave you so much fun. So you got Drip or Drown too. That's a great album. Lil Key gives you Long Live Mexico. That's a generational album. In a lot of years, that would be album of the year. And then Thug finishes off the year with so much fun when you thought it couldn't get better. Them niggas was hooping in 2019, bro. That shit is unheard of. I don't gotta go into too much detail about so much fun. You know how insane of a project that is, bro. I don't gotta speak on that too much, bro. But you know how that album gets, gang. 2019 was unreal. Now we're on to the cursed year of 2020. Now Thug gave us Slime and B with Chris Brown, a collab album. Not super crazy, but there are some gems on there. I think all the Gunna songs that Gunna were on were really good. City Girls is good. Help Me Breathe. Ooh, excuse me. Help Me Breathe. The Future is good. But yeah, not a crazy tape, but some things you can go back to that I still go back to this day even. Then Gunna gave us the Wanted Deluxe. That carried Quarantine for sure. One of the albums of Quarantine for me. Made the album even more fantastic. And then lastly, Lil Key gave us Trapped on Cleveland 3. Now this album, in my opinion, especially when it first came out, I didn't view it super highly. I did think it was good and the highs are really, really good. But as a whole, never really did it for me. And even now, it has grown on me a little bit. I do think it's a good body of work. It's not on the level of Long Live Mexico. And I definitely do think Key Talk to Him is better than this one. But I mean, there is some special songs on here. My favorite Key song ever, Cold World, that is on here. Fox 5 is on here, him and Gunna. And one of the complaints I have, bro, him and Gunna don't have enough songs together. Like, I know they got some unreleased shit that I've heard. Some of the songs, they're not super crazy to me. But, like, they got this song. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. They got Fox 5. They had Backboard, which was on the deluxe of Trapped on Cleveland 3. And then they got a song on Sign Language 2. But other than that, they really don't have a lot of songs together. Like, I feel like they could have been a duo. That's a duo that we didn't get enough songs of, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm looking at that one right now. The deluxe really didn't do it for me. I feel like around this time, Cause what happened was in 2020, Uzi did a whole Eternal Take Deluxe was essentially 2 albums in one, and then other artists, rappers started copying that, and they would just slap on a bunch of fillers for the deluxe, and it just wasn't needed at all. That's the vibe I got with Keys Deluxe. It just felt like a bunch of unneeded songs. But Obama Coupe is nice, Tying Up is nice, She Know a Little Baby, Repaid, Grandparents. Here is a great outro, all time great Keed. But yeah, like I said, the highs are really good in my opinion, but just as a whole, some of the songs bring it down. Still a good album though. Now we are coming towards the end of this era, and this is when we got Slime Language 2. Now, I don't think this project is super fantastic, but as far as a label project goes, this is pretty good for a label project. And I want to say specifically, when I think about this era, like not just when I'm thinking about Thug, not just when I'm thinking about Gunna, not when I'm thinking about Key. When I'm thinking about all 3 of those guys, when I'm thinking about YSL at its peak, old YSL, I think about this era specifically because this is when they really peaked as a whole. I feel like, not in terms of quality, but numbers wise, and the era, it just felt so fun. Like, bro, when I'm on TikTok, sometimes come across of them in the studio during this time, playing snippets or just dancing to the music, and a nigga heart start breaking. It was just such a great time. You had Skit. You had Solid with Drake. You had Diamonds Dancing. You had so many bangers on this album, and again, this album was just so much fun. See what I did there? But even besides the music and YSL itself, this era to me also represents a sort of camaraderie that we don't have in the mainstream rap anymore. Because when I look at this album, gang, there are so many top tier names on here that I feel like if YSL was trying to do that now, they would not be able to recreate it because the game is just so much more divided. So to start off on the album, of course you have Thug, Gunna, Key, right? But then let's look at the other features. Travis Scott, Drake, Lil Baby, Uzi, Nav, Don Toliver, Kid Cudi, The Baby, who was very lit during this time, and more. Like, nigga, you're not doing that in today's game. But back then in 2021, the niggas was so united, you could do this shit. This is really the last time we saw the whole mainstream rap together, bro. But yeah, not just this year alone, but just in general during this era, I feel like people were just a lot more collaborative and just connected. But nowadays, niggas is divided because beef and shit and all the other off the court shit. And even Thug said, like, when he was talking about So Much Fun, he's on the Aiden Ross stream, he said one reason why So Much Fun is one of his favorite albums is because he was able to get all his friends and shit on there, and it was just so much fun making it. Nowadays, he would not be able to do that, bro. And I 100% agree. But yeah, really my only complaint is about this project, because again, it is a label project. You're going to have to showcase everyone, even the less talented people. So like, I expect that. But my only real complaint is Key did not get enough time, I feel like Key should have got some more PT, you know? And Unfunk wowed me because I knew nothing about him. He came in singing his ass off, had some really good verses. YTB Trench did his thing. I feel like KO could have did better, especially with what I've heard. His solo album that came out this same year, I'm pretty sure. That was a showcase what he really could do. But KO wasn't bad either. But yeah, like I said, as far as label projects go, this is top tier. And then the next project we get is Punk by Thug. Now around this time, I really feel like Thug and Gunna were really peaking as a duo. And I probably should have said that during the Slime Language 2 part. But I mean, you look at what they were doing on that project, all the songs they're on, Take It to Trial, Ski. And really, you can even take it back to 2020. Like 2020, 2021, I feel like they were really peaking as a duo. And then even on Punk, you got some great performances. Recognize Real, one of the best songs on the tape. Love You More, Insure My Wrist. These guys were really, they already found the groove. They already had the chemistry, but they were going into all-time status at this rate. Yeah, I feel like if we would have got the collab tape It probably would have been 2022. That because they were just building so much, getting all these songs in the vault. Granted, I have leaks, but I don't know the time stamps, like the years. But I assume from what I've heard, and some of the songs I do know, they're around this era. So like I said, I think 2022 would have been the year we got that collab tape. But yeah, they were just reaching all-time status, and it sucks for never getting that. And they were just becoming so inseparable. They were doing everything together. I feel like it's rare to see a duo do features together, especially if they're not like a group. They just like making music so much together. They're so far together that, you know what? I'm hopping on feature and I'm gonna bring my homie with you. Like here are some examples I'm talking about. They did Paranoia on Pop Smoke's album together. Four Nut with Future together. Emergency by 21 Savage together. What else? Unicorn Perp. Well, that was 2019 though. Strawberry Pills on Uzi's tape. They did Lesbian on Metro shit. Whoa Whoa, Chocolate. Like these niggas, they knew they were just becoming so inseparable. They're like, bro, if I'm on this shit, I gotta have Gunna on this shit. If I'm on this shit, I gotta have Thug on this shit. And every time they were together, bro, it was hard. Like that collab tape would have been generational. I think to this day, my favorite collab album ever is Super Slimy. But I feel like Thug and Gunna just had that natural chemistry and complemented each other so well that they could have dropped a better collab album than that one. I don't think that's crazy to say. Truly one of the greatest duos ever. That's my favorite duo ever, personally. I think that's Thug's best partner. Some people still got Rich Homie Quan. I don't think that's crazy either because the tour, that album's also super crazy as well. Some people got Future. Super Slimy is crazy as well. But I got Gunna. They just gelled together just so beautifully, man. And it sucks we are never getting that shit, bruh. And then the last year of this era where my heart truly breaks, man. But before that happens, we did get Drip Season Forever by Gunna. Again, this is a fun era, fun time, fun album. My complaint, I wish Keed was on here. You know, I feel like that would have been hard, but this is one of Gunna's best works. Him and Thug again just shine on here. Mop is crazy, Push and P is crazy, and you got some all-time great Gunna songs. But great album, and it really did have the world on lock for a minute because everybody was saying, "I'm Push and P." Push and P, niggas didn't know what it meant. Great time, fun time. And yeah, it was crazy when he beat out The Weeknd for #1, but apparently Thug said he botted it, but still crazy. And then, you know, Gunna was really hot during this time, right? And he was previewing, I'm pretty sure he dropped Banking on Me. He dropped Banking on Me before he went to jail, right? He previewed that snippet was going crazy. He dropped that, I'm pretty sure. Or he might drop that in jail, but regardless, that came out, right? And like I said, I feel like we would have got the collab album this year too had they not went to jail. You know, and I feel like I could be wrong here. But I feel like Gunna was teasing dropping another album as well. So I feel like it would have been a really busy Gunna year this year had he not went to jail. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I gotta fact check that about the other Gunna album. But I feel like there was talks about that I heard. But unfortunately, all that would be shut down with the YSL Rico. And this is when my favorite era comes to an end. I'll never forget, bro. Because by this time, I already got a little motion on TikTok. Niggas know me, big YSL fan, big Thug fan, big Gunna fan, all that shit, right? I wake up to a bunch of noties. Thug locked up, this and that. They hit YSL with a Rico. I'm like, nigga, what? So then I start fact checking shit. I don't know nothing about law, but all of a sudden, I understand the Rico fully. I'm starting to, you know what I'm saying, read shit. They talking about they got Thug with a bunch of 100 pages of edits. I'm like, bro, this nigga's never getting out. Oh my goodness. And I was so mad. I'm like, why my favorite rapper got to do this? Why can't it be Lil Mosey or someone else's favorite rapper? Why me? You know what I'm saying? I was really mad, bro. And then Gunna turns himself in. I'm like, damn. And I'm tuning in into the live feeds, seeing if they gonna get bond and shit. I'm like, damn, bro. It might be chalk for my boys. But to make, when you thought it couldn't get worse, it got worse. It got worse. Them boys get locked up, right? And when it all happens, I'm checking like, okay, Gunna, they have an indictment out for Gunna. Thug's already in there. They're waiting for Gunna to turn himself in. Do they got anything on Key? I'm checking, I'm fact checking. Okay, Key's good. Cool. So my mindset is like, okay, if they gone, it's gonna be Key bringing in the money. Cause Keed is the next man up. It's the next man up mentality. Keed is the third option. You now the first option. You getting all the shots. So I'm thinking like, bro, Keed finna go crazy as hell this year. 2022 is gonna be the year of Keed. Like, he really finna show niggas how nice he is. I really feel like he can get back on that Long as Mexico timing. And I remember hearing this snippet, the Hitman snippet. But instead of saying, my Hitman don't take a day off, the release version, it was my Hitman moving like Adolf or some shit. I don't know, but it's not surprising they changed that shit. And then this other snippet that was hard to sell too, the one that put Big Sean on. I was hearing that snippet. I was like, okay, Key finna go crazy this year, right? So I start pushing out hella Key agendas, hella Key love. Granted, I'm already a big Key fan, but I start OD doing it like, okay, Key finna take over this Key year. He really finna shine, this and that. And them posters was doing well. And then I go to sleep. I wake up to the most notice I've ever had in life. Phone overblown. They in the comments talking about Key dead. Key gone. And I was heartbroken. I genuinely shed a tear or two. And they was talking about, you cursed them, you this and that. That made it worse for me. But still, I was just like, damn, this one hurt, bruh. Like, my favorite rappers got locked up. And now, one of my other favorite rappers is gone. And they might not ever get out again. And I was, my heart shattered, man. And that was a rough time. And granted, I think all that was like a week apart. Like, it all happened in the same week. It was crazy timing, and that's when the era really ended. Keed's death marked the end of the era, and shit would never be the same after that. But yeah, but that's all for today's video, man. Shit broke my heart making this video, but like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. That's funny ass. Love y'all niggas.